Hi, let's talk about an innovative project that's your security alarm. For that, I'm using the infrared. This infrared. So I'm using this one as a circuit designing. So the overall concept is like I got LDR. LDR is nothing but a light detection sensor. So once if the light is on and it's affecting that LDR, there is no alarm. And if there is a cut, the door is open. So I connected this laser light in one door and the LDR in the opposite. Once if I'm opening the door, the connection is disconnected. Automatically there is an alarm activated. This is how we are able to identify the thief and theft. So obviously this is one of an innovative system. You can create it as a product or project and you can sell it. So our motive is to create a lot of scientists and entrepreneurs. And let's design the circuit. And this is our Wikitiki Code channel. You can subscribe to the channel and you can share this to your friends. And if you feel like if you want to give any comments, you can post it in the comments area. Let's design the circuits. Thank you. Hi, this is the topic we are planning. So security alarm using laser light and LDR sensor. Here is the components required. The first one is LDR. So LDR is used to detect the light. So this is your LDR. This is your LDR. So LDR is used to detect the light. If the light is off, automatically a pulse is generated so that we are able to identify if there is any distraction. So this is your LDR. Okay, so for our project, what I have done it is like I use this LDR in a pen cap. This is your pen cap. Okay, so I took the pen cap and I fitted this LDR here, so that the light will be passed in this direction. Okay, so I'm trying to use this laser light to pass it. So this is your laser light. So I'm trying to pass it like this into this LDR. So I don't want any other light to be distraction. So to avoid other light, I've used this pen cap. The second one is your LED. So this is for checking out whether my input is on or off. For that I'm using a light emitting diode, this LED. And apart from this, I got some transistor. So transistor in this project, the transistor is used. This is a BC548. These transistors, I'm using it for amplifying the signals. So LDR is generating a signal. I'm trying to amplify it with this transistor. It's a simple amplifier. One. The other transistor is for flip-flop kind of, for checking like on and off of lights and everything. So these two are used in this project. And we got the third one is resistor, 100 ohms, 3 resistor. So this is your 100 ohms, 3 resistor. Okay, so I got my resistor. This is to safeguard your transistor and also your LEDs. And I need a buzzer. If there is any security threat happened, this is indicated by the buzzer. So this is your buzzer, the positive and negative. The red indicates the positive one, the black indicates the negative one. Buzzer. And afterwards, for on and off, I need a switch. So I got a switch. For on and off, I need a switch. This is not mandatory, but it's advisable to have a switch like this. I got a switch. And we need the laser light. As previously I told, I got a laser light here. Okay, and this is repeated switch. Okay, and apart from that, we need the power supply, 5 voltage DC supply. So this is 9 volt. You can step down it to 5 volt. In my project, like for me, like I'm really comfortable with getting a voltage 5 volt with this Arduino. So I'm using this board to generate 5 voltage. No need of Arduino board. It's more than enough to use this battery. And we got some connecting wires. If some cases, if you're using battery, you need a battery cap. So that's the one battery holder. So these are the components we are looking for to start this circuit. And here is the circuit. Let me explain the circuit first. I got an LDR here and a resistor. The resistor is connected to base and the collector is connected to another resistor, and this is connected to 5 voltage positive, and here the bottom is grounded. The emitter is grounded. The emitter of another transistor is grounded. So from the collector I need to connect to the base of the other transistor, to which I got my LED and buzzers outputs. This is your inputs and this is your outputs. Okay, the emitter is connected to ground and the collector is connected to the buzzer and other stuffs, and this is connected to your 5 voltage. So this is how I am trying to safeguard this resistor over here, connectivity over here to the 5 voltage is to safeguard the components here. Okay, let's start designing the circuit. This transistor will react as an amplifier. LDR is giving the data, it's amplifying the things and it's sending. And over here, this transistor is for flip-flopping kind of option. On and off control is done by this particular transistor. So this is the overall circuit, and here is the supply, and this is the switch which I am using it. And over here, so this is my laser light. So my laser light needs to be connected like this, with this component like this, with this LDR like this. Let's start the circuit design. Over here, let's start the circuit design. The first thing is like from here I will start it. So from here I'm going to start it. So I got my LDR here. I'm trying to connect my LDR. I'm trying to connect my LDR here. So LDR is connected. Okay, let's have the transistor now. See, actually like the transistor will have a plane surface over here and a rounded shape here. Take this rounded shape and keep it like this. So the left one is your emitter, the base and the collector. Okay, so emitter, base and the collector. So I got my over here, I'm trying to connect it. I'm trying to connect my transistor. So you got your emitter, base and the collector. Now I got the another transistor. I'm trying to connect it like this. The same concept of emitter, base and the collector. That's really good. Now what I'm trying to do is like this LDR needs to be connected to the base of your this one, like a base of the transistor. Okay, so I need to connect the transistor resistor here. Now let me finish it one. This one is emitter, base and collector, emitter, base and collector. The emitter needs to be grounded. So let me fix that one first. The emitter needs to be grounded. Okay, let's fix this one. Over here you are able to see this one is negative terminal and this is ground and this one is positive. So the entire stuff is positive and the entire stuff is ground. Okay, we'll use this concept and I will try to use it. Now over here I got my emitter. Okay, so I got my emitter here. I'm trying to ground it once again. Okay, so I have grounded it. First option is I have grounded this emitter. Okay, let's move on. So this is your emitter, base and ground. Okay, so let me check it out. Okay, there is an option here. This is the one. Sorry, there is a confusion. This is your emitter, base and the collector. Okay, I got a bit of confused. I'll change it here. You're able to see the plane surface here, right? Emitter, base and collector. Okay, so this is how we need to connect it. Okay, my transistor is ready. Okay, now what I'm trying to do is like, so my this one is ready. The emitter is connected to ground. The emitter is connected to ground. Okay, this circuit is ready. Okay, now let's move on to the LDR part. The LDR needs to be connected to the base of your transistor. So one part of LDR needs to be connected to the base. So your resistor. So one part of your LDR connected to the resistor R1 100 ohms and connected to the base of the transistor. The other part needs to be connected to the 5 volt. So I'm trying to connect it to the 5 volt. Okay, it's tough for me. I'll have my wires here. Okay, it's connected to the 5 volts. Okay, my LDR is connected. My LDR is connected to the 5 volt, and I got my collector with the resistor connected to the 5 volts. My collector, and this is my resistor, connected to 5 volt. So my collector is connected to 5 volt over here. Now, so I think this transistor is over. Okay, this transistor is over. So this transistor is over. Okay, let me go back to here to check it out. Like my collector is connected to the resistor and it's connected to the 5 volt. This one is over. What I need to do is like from here I need to connect to the base. So I got here, take it out from here, this collector I need to connect to the base. Okay, now I got my emitter, it's ready, it's already connected. Now I got the collector which needs to be connected to the buzzer. So let's have this circuit. I got my collector here, another circuit connected to the LED. So I got the negative terminal of LED needs to be connected to the resistor over here, and this resistor needs to be connected to the 5 volts. So I got the 5 volts here which needs to be connected here. Okay, now looks like the circuit is ready. Like the one thing which we missed out is like we need to give the power connection. I got my Arduino board which I'm going to connect it. So I got 5 volt supply here connected to 5 volts and the ground connected to ground. That's awesome. The circuit is ready. So meantime, like I'm trying to make out thing is like I got this positive terminal somewhere and I'm trying to use a switch over here. So that I can control it. On, off, on, off, on, off. So this is how I'm able to make it out. That's really good. Now considering this is my laser light, this is my LDR. Okay, so my laser light is on here, and this is connected like this. Now I will on this one. I'll on this one. You are able to see there is no sound. There is no sound. Now there is a distraction in the door. So considering one part of door will have this one, and other part of door will be like this, and it is closed. Now if there is any distraction happen, if someone is passing, automatically the light is on, the alarm is on. This is how you are able to make the circuit. Okay, this is how your security alarm using laser light and LDR sensors. You are able to see it here. So it is on. It is on. Okay, if it is on, you are able to see it here. This is how the initial door should be. And if there is any distraction happen, if the door is opened, automatically an alarm is indicated. This is how you are able to make your door. Okay, our YouTube channel is Wikitiki Code. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we got almost thousands of electronics and software projects with us. You can use it and you can learn it. This is to motivate the young generation people. Thanks for watching this video.